Royal Caribbean cancels a maiden voyage, Virgin Voyages has cancelled a whole season, and it's Royal Caribbean that's seen less bookings recently. Find out all about that news next. Hi guys, it's Shipface here, and this is this week's cruise news. Before I get into the news, 95% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. If you could go down and press that subscribe button, it'd be very much appreciated, and it really does help me out. Now let's get into the news. So the first bit of news got for you guys this week is Royal Caribbean seeing less bookings? And what I mean by that is not necessarily just cruises. You have seen a drop in the price in Icon of the Seas, which is the biggest thing at the moment. My sailings was £1,900 a person for an internal, and they have dropped to £1,700. So that is like a £600 saving, if you include in both people. So that's seen a bit of a drop there. I booked it literally the second day it came out, so I got a really good price. I didn't pay that much. I wouldn't be able to afford it otherwise. But then I'm also talking about Perfect Day in Coco Cay. With some of the... Well, it's the water park mainly. That's the one that I'm talking about the most. Is when I originally booked my two Icon of the Seas cruises and my Law of the Seas cruise, but three of my cruises are going to Perfect Day. I keep an eye on the prices, and the water park for my Icon of the Seas cruise was £150. And my Law of the Seas cruise, it was £130. I didn't book it in, I was just seeing. Worst comes to worst, I would have booked it like a week before if it stayed at that price. Or if it started going up, then I would have booked it. But I was just keeping an eye on it just to see if the price would drop. And it has. So now the Law of the Seas cruise went from 130 to now 69. And the Icon of the Seas cruise has gone from 150 down to 90. Or 89 if you want to be exact. But it's showing that people aren't paying those ridiculous prices for a water park, especially when you're on Icon, when you have that huge one on the ship. Yes, the other one has got the biggest slide in North America, but it's still 150 quid. If you talk, they want to make what Royal Caribbean said, they want to make the ultimate family vacation with Icon of the Seas. Yet they're going to the perfect island, they're going to the private island, the Perfect Day in Coco Cay, and they're charging families 150 quid per person to go into a water park, which is like 600 quid for a family of four, which is insane. So seeing that price drop is showing that people aren't paying those prices, especially they're paying, at the moment you're paying £4,000 to go on Icon of the Seas, and are you paying an extra £600 to go to the water park on a private island? Like, you're talking a lot of money at the moment. Also, one thing I noticed that dropped is the Crown's Edge. When the first ship debuted, it was £90 a person, and now I booked it for £30. It's still a lot for what it is for what you're paying on the ship, but I booked it. I think I must have got there the day it came out, because there was literally all the time. So I booked it on a sea day, so I'm gonna be hanging off the side of the ship when it's at sea. But that's dropped from 90 since it's debuted in January. I think about we're on like the 2nd of March now, or 3rd of March. Yeah, 3rd of March. It's gone from £90 down to 30. So that shows that they weren't seeing the bookings that they thought they might have seen. So it's going to be interesting to see if the prices do just keep slowly going down. When I booked Icon of the Seas originally on the 2nd or 3rd day, I did get it for £1,000 a person, just over. It was like 1,050 quid per person. And then it just went through the roof, and it was like £1,900 for a good, we're talking about a year and a half now. But now we're finally seeing it drop. So it's dropped £300 per person down to 1,700, like I said. So it's been interesting to see. I keep my eye on it to see if it does just keep going down, or is it just going to go straight back up? Because as soon as they get a few more bookings, they put the price back up again. So it'd be interesting to see. So if you are on Icon of the Seas, the prices for the water park is as low as I've ever seen them. So if you are thinking about it, I would definitely look into it. And one good thing about the cruise plan is you can just cancel, get a refund, and book it. And that's what I did with my Law of the Seas one. I cancelled the water park, rebooked the other one. You have to wait like a week for the refund, but you know the money's coming back to you. So I would definitely look into booking at some of the prices that they are now, because you can always, if they do drop, cancel and rebook them. So definitely keep an eye on your Royal Caribbean sailings, especially if they go into Perfect Day, because the prices are as low as I have seen them in like a year and a half that I have been looking. Virgin Voyages have cancelled a whole season on Resilient Lady. Now this is the Australian season next year. Due to what's going on in the world around Dubai, Red Sea sort of area, they have decided to just scrap the whole Australia season next year. So it's currently there at the moment, and it's coming back, and it will go around the whole of Africa to go to the Mediterranean. But instead of going back to Australia, it is going to go across the Atlantic, go into the Caribbean. I just don't think they think it's worth burning the fuel to go around Africa. So I think for 2025, if things stay the same, you're going to see a drop in cruise ships in Australia. Unless they're already that side of the world and they've got no plan of moving, then obviously they're going to stay there. But the ships that do come back over here, like Virgin Voyages, they're just not going to bother because the amount of fuel they're going to have to burn to go around Africa is just probably not worth what they're doing. They could put on a sailing, but then that's just a really long sailing, and is there actually a market for that? Probably not. So yeah, they've decided to cancel that whole season. Everyone will be refunded, and there's lots of options you can use if you want to move to a different ship, but it just won't be in Australia, so you have to pay for flights. So yeah, it's not great, but yeah, we'll probably see a drop in cruise ships in Australia, especially with the ones that come back to Europe. And the biggest news this week is that Royal Caribbean has cancelled its maiden voyage of its brand new Icon class ship Star of the Seas. They have cancelled the first 2 sailings due to the ship just not being ready, so the new maiden voyage will be the 29th of August. Guests have been given the option to move to the new maiden voyage, or they've been offered other sailings on other ships around the area. It's like Wonder of the Seas leaves at that same time, and then there's like another one, or they can get a full refund. So yeah, but this is just something we're seeing more and more regularly, is that new ships are being postponed. Icon got postponed, but it wasn't officially like were cancelled sailings. It said it was going to come out in October. It came out in January 2024. But this one is they put out the sailings and then they've had to cancel it. We saw a few weeks ago with Sun Princess. Luckily enough, these guests have got a bit more of a time. Like they've given them a long time to tell them about it if they need to make other plans. But it's still just not great that they've said, "Oh, look, this is our maiden voyage." Actually, we've just cancelled it. Like it's not even that long really since they announced it. So yeah, a few things must be behind schedule. They didn't give them a specific reason why they have been cancelled. They just said the ship just won't be ready in time. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the new sailing does go ahead, because as soon as one delay, then there might be another delay, and it'll be really interesting to see when it will officially actually be ready. So yeah, what I'm looking out for is we have a maiden voyage Norwegian Aqua from Southampton to Boston, and I reckon that cruise won't go ahead because Norwegian, every Prima ship has been postponed as well. Prima got postponed, Viva got postponed, and it's just be a hat trick. So yeah, unless they've got their act together and they figure out how to actually get it on time. But yeah, this just seems something we've been seeing more and more, is that these ships, they give a date and then they have to cancel, and then that just messes everyone up because people book holiday, people book flights. Yeah, it's not great, but yeah, hopefully everyone gets sorted and they get moved to the ship that they want. They said they will move into a light cabin on the new ship. So yeah, it's and it's long enough to change your holiday. Like, it's not like Sun Princess when they gave you like 3 weeks saying, "Oh yeah, your cruise has been cancelled." But that is very last minute. So, but yeah, it's just something we're seeing more and more regularly over the last couple of years. That is all the news I've got for you guys this week. Thank you so much for watching. It's very much appreciated. If you like what you see, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's very much appreciated, and it really does help me out. Thank you to my members, Cruiser for One and my dad. If you want to find out all about the Shipface crew, links in the description below. Definitely go and check that out. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok and Twitter, so links in the description below. So go and follow me on those platforms. Thank you so much for watching. It's been Shipface here, and I'll see you guys in the next video.